Now, if you live in Florida, you know we got a lot of animals where we can't control the population. But you ever wonder why we don't have a huge rat population like other large states? Well, if you didn't, don't worry. I did some digging. Let's get into it. Now, I gotta be honest. I lied a little bit. There is a part of Florida that does have a rat problem, but we gonna get into that later. But for the most part, the rat population in Florida is pretty under control. Now, Florida is a big state, all right? But at the same time, Florida got a lot of major cities inside of this state. And like other major cities like New York, Chicago, and, D.C. and things like that, they have a really, really bad, rat population. But in Florida, we got rats. But it's not like a huge problem when you go downtown, maybe Orlando and Tampa, and you just see a bunch of rats running around. And for the most part, it might be, but they're like isolated situations where, people leaving trash out and things like that because they are around. But them 24 hours a day, 365, they on the menu. First off, other major cities, they put like cats, feral cats throughout the city to try to, help the rat population, but it don't really work. And the problem is a lot of these cats that go out there, they're eating regular cat food and stuff. They're not looking at rats as like a meal. It's more like a toy. Because the thing is, this cat getting regular food, getting a bath every week, you know what I mean? It ain't really in predator mode. It's not really trying to hunt these. Now, another reason why the population's under control here is it don't really get cold here. Like, we don't get like blizzards and snow, just blankets of snow. And these, rodents got to find shelter somewhere, so they run in your house, barns and things like that. But they just hang out during the winter. A lot of them can survive how cold it get here. So, yeah, they're like 24 hours a day, 365. They really are on the menu. I'm not exaggerating with that. So, not only do they got to worry about cats, and things roaming around out here. Birds, they gotta, look out for things from above. Owls, this is their number one meal. It's like a steak to them. They need this. Real quick, intermission, way off topic. Y'all remember when y'all was like in elementary school, maybe middle school when they did this? Remember when, you go to science class and you have to dissect the owlet, whatever they called it? It'd be what the owl done, gave back to us. At the time as a kid, I was sitting there thinking like, oh, this is so cool. I ain't really realized that I was playing with owl poop. And I'm digging through it trying to find what animal it ate. I hope they still don't do this. Because this I kind of feel like a lot of diseases could come out of this. And not only do they got to worry about owls, they got to worry about snakes. It's all kind of animals that are after these little rodents. And on top of all of that, the huge difference in our state and other states with rats is these rats in these other states don't have predators after them in these larger cities. So there's nothing really after these rats. That's why they can get so big. You ever been to DC? You ever walk down the DC streets? They running around like squirrels. They're everywhere. Now, remember when I said there was a part of Florida that did have a rat problem? And not only does this part of Florida have a rat problem, they have a huge rat problem. These rats are huge. So in some Miami cities and in the Keys, they had this huge rat problem. And they don't really know where these rats come from. Like the species, they didn't know where the species came from. Because this ain't no normal Florida rat, This some old other country kind of rat. Matter of fact, I believe these are called Norway rats, all right? And these were so bad at one point in time down south that they had to have their own, special task force to try to control these things. Look, man, I'm going to be honest with you, all right? 100% honest, because that's all I could be. If I was standing in my yard, all right? That's just me, standing in my yard, and one of these things come across my foot, I'm going to be the number one kicker, all right? This thing gonna go so far, I'm gonna break world records. Look, real quick before I get out of here. If you ever had to deal with one of these, you know that these are most, stressful things, all right? Quick story. We just moved into a house, all right? Sinkhole right in front of the house. A bunch of these come out of the sinkhole and go into a bunch of people's houses, all right? And we had one. But I got to say this. These are the smartest little animals that you ever go encounter. Man, look, I'm going to be real. It took weeks to get this thing out the house. It outsmarted all the traps. And I didn't want to call pest control. I didn't want them to be involved. They got to do all kind of stuff for one little mouse. I can get this mouse. I'm going to be real. This mouse outsmarted me. Now, look, I don't know what y'all going to do to remember this. Like it, comment, share it. I don't know. But the more you know. Peace.